Hi everyone, it's nice to see you here again, though I cannot see you, I can see only my screen and my camera, and Andrew, our marketing specialist who is helping me today. He'll be forwarding me your questions. We'll be talking about our newest update for Blender, I mean FaceBuilder for Blender, of course. So here's a couple of words about our stream plan, and we have already covered this part and this part too, and here's where we stopped. So we'll be back in there too soon. So we'll be talking about face replacement and digital makeup in Nuke, but now we are jumping to the future, and we are talking about our latest release because there are like many new features. Some of them are quite impressive, I'd say. So yeah, we decided to cover them in our stream, and by the way, we will review some basics today again because we have like many questions in our mailbox, and yeah, so we will just briefly run through some basics of working with FaceBuilder in Blender. So let's perhaps start with basics, and let's jump into Blender, where I create a new scene, and let's see. The first and most important thing that is still an issue, kind of. So we are going to fix this, I think, in future. But at this point in time, whether you want to update the add-on, you need to remove it first. So you go to settings. You can press this button here, this gear icon, and then you remove the add-on. And then you need to relaunch Blender. So you close it, you start it again, you go to the settings, what is it here, preferences, and then you install the add-on again. And you switch it on, and then you again need to install the latest core as well, because the core version, the core library, the version of the core library and the version of the add-on should match. Otherwise, you can see some funny things. So the safest option is to install the core library online, because the add-on will make everything properly for you. And here you have it, the latest version. It's here. You can start working with it, but before you start, it's better to remove everything from this scene, because sometimes people create a head and it's inside the box and they don't know what to do, because they come to Blender just because they have seen our add-on somewhere. So you start working in Blender removing this default cube, so you can press the A button to select everything, then X button to delete things, and then you just confirm it, and then you can create a new head in Blender, in FaceBuilder. So let's add some pictures. I think we can, for example, start with someone. Yeah, let's start with pictures of main developer of this add-on. His name is Alexander, and here you have it. There you have like two approaches. One is to start with the frontal view, and the second is to start with 3/4. I'd prefer to start with 3/4 because it gives you information about the frontal view and the side view at the same time. And what you want to do at the first steps using FaceBuilder is to roughly match the the overall shape. You don't need to dive into little details right from the start. So let's start with this view. You create pins, these little red dots here. You can see them here. And you drag them. And you use the points on the mesh that you can clearly see on the person's face, like the corners of the eyes, of the mouth, the nose tip, and perhaps the brows as well. So again, the first step is to roughly match the shape. So the add-on will kind of, perhaps this pin shouldn't be here. Let's start with this. Then we can go to another 3/4 view, this perhaps, and here, 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 like that. And maybe we can fix this here and like that, and so on. You can like continue with other views, and perhaps here's a good time to jump into the frontal view. Here you can, at this point in time, you probably can start fixing some little things to match it properly, like that. Maybe it should be a little bit lower, and I'd say it's fine. And once you have pinned like a good number of views, for example, this, not this, no, where is it? Yeah, this view gives you some good information on how the nose is being, like how to fix the nose, because you can see it clearly here, and you can actually even try to make this thing here a little bit thinner and place it into the right place, and then again eyes. But the good thing to think about is to you need as less pins that you can make. Like you don't need like to create many pins everywhere, because then the model will become rigid. So it will be like really difficult to change it. So try to make everything having like as little, like less pins is better, or everywhere, every time. And perhaps at this point we can go to the views where we already pinned the face, because the face is kind of being, the shape is being improved with every new view, and is being refined. So you can go somewhere where you draftly pinned the face and fix it. So let's say it should be like that. And you see I don't like use many pins. I just there's like not really not that many of them. We can perhaps fix this under chin. Yeah, sometimes this happens. It basically means that you went out of the pin mode. It's when you create the middle button and try to rotate. You just getting out of the camera. The camera is here. And if you basically what you are looking on here is the camera view. And if we leave this view, it's this camera being placed here. And here we can probably talk about creating textures. You can go here, oops, get back. You can always press Ctrl Z or Command Z on macOS to return to undo some changes that you've made. Sometimes you need to press it twice because Blender is a little bit funny in here. So yeah, let's create a texture. You choose the view, so where you pin the model, you press the key button, and then the texture is being created. Usually it's better to use the butterfly UV, but we have many of them, like Legacy, Spherical, Max Face. They are good for many for different tasks. So here we have the texture. You can look at this texture in the UV. So it's here, and as you can see, we filled the size that we could see through the cameras. And this is empty because we didn't have any camera here. As you can see, all the cameras that we have are here in front of. So that's it. With texturing, you can fix the adjust the texturing algorithm here and then create texture again. The angle strictness is the when the camera is looking at the model, it takes the pixel information from this pixel here, and this angle strictness defines how, let's say we have no angle strictness at all, and we create a texture. Come on. As you can see, we've got more information, but the information is kind of a little bit too dirty because many views have been used. And if we push the angle strictness up to 100, and let's just use the frontal view this time, it'll be faster, and I think it will be clear. So at this point, when the angle strictness is 100, you only taking the information for polygons that are looking at you at the camera at 90 degrees. And then we have this expand edges. You can expand the edges of the texture in percents. So it does what it tells, basically. You can see, it's sometimes helpful with little values to fill the gaps between different views. And you can use some experimental features like autofill, equalize color, and equalize brightness, but they are quite experimental ones at this point in time. So they work a little bit funny sometimes, but sometimes they can help. So let's move on to talk about cameras. In our previous versions, in this pane here, you could set up a camera, and you needed to set up a camera actually. Now we take all the information that we can get from the photo using EXIF information and stuff. So we set up the camera for you automatically. If you know the camera settings and the camera wasn't detected here, it happened here, you see there's no EXIF information, then the focal length estimation is being switched on by default. But if you want to switch it off and you know the exact settings of this photograph, for example, then you can switch it off and tell FaceBuilder it's 50 millimeters. And it will use this information. And if you don't have the EXIF information stored inside the photo files, but you know the camera settings, you can set them up here. If you don't know what camera was used, what was the focal length, then just just forget about cameras. Everything will work fine automatically. And because it will use focal length estimation, and usually it works pretty well. Here we can, and a couple of words about getting photos. to create good textures, you need even lighting. So the person is being like the light falls on the person from every side in the same manner. So it's like it could be a studio with white walls, or like some many light sources that are set up in the same way, and light given the light from different sides. And also, if you don't have the access to the studio, you can go outside. If this is overcast weather, you can just find any like open space and shoot the person there, because the light will be quite even in such circumstances. If this is a sunny day, just find the street with some shaded street where you can see the like direct sunlight, and shoot the person in the shaded place. Like for example, if we delete this, let's exit pin mode and create another FaceBuilder and go to our assets with different people, and perhaps we can see, not here, maybe let's have another picture. Where have it been? Perhaps it was, doesn't matter. Just find a shaded place on the street and it will work fine. So let's now talk about the expressions that we added in some of our recent releases. The quality, the preciseness of the model will be better if you shoot the person with a neutral facial expression like we've seen before. But it's not always possible, and perhaps you have photographs of a person that are already been made before, and you cannot like find this person, shoot them again, and the person talks or sings or I don't know, doing some funny things. So you can use this checkbox here, which allows facial expressions. So you can, again, the model will be less precise, but it will be like silly to try to pin a neutral facial, like neutral model on a person that smiles or talks. So you would need to like imagine how the person's face would work if it was neutral. And here's another thing: if you see the ears being modified in any way, like the ears of this girl, you don't need to like push the ear here, because then you change the whole model. Just try to imagine perhaps the ear would be somewhere here. And yeah, using this facial expressions feature, you can pin people with non-neutral facial expressions, and it will work quite well as well. But again, the preciseness depends on the camera settings. If you know the camera settings, like there are two variables: the camera settings and expressions. And if you have camera settings and the person is being shot with a neutral facial expression, it would be like the most precise result. If you have one of them, it will be a little bit less precise result. If you have none of them, it will be like the less precise result, but it will be still usable, I think. So yeah, that's how it works. So let's move on. And sometimes people are trying to pin parts of the face that they don't clearly see. And for example, let's see, I don't see her eye here, but I would perhaps try to do something like this. You don't need to do this, just remove this pin and go to some other views where you can see those parts. And yeah, just try to not create pins that you are guessing, basically. Just try to rely on what you see. And I'm just referring to my script, so I'm not lost in my speech. Sometimes you need to rotate the model. So let's say, for example, here, for example, if we remove all pins and reset the expression and reset the camera, sometimes people are confused how to rotate the model, because the person is looking sideways and the model is looking at us. So you just create one pin here, then you create this pin, for example, here, and then you take the ear and just drag it here. That's how it works. It's quite easy, I guess. And so what we can talk now, and sometimes you want to fix the holes in the texture, and when you create texture, it can be something like let's see here. You perhaps will get something like this from FaceBuilder, because you cannot see what's happening in there behind the ears, and you can see some holes here and there. Then you can open it in Photoshop or GIMP or any photo editing software of your choice, and just fill the holes using instruments for example, stamp. If we create a new layer here, and for example we take the healing brush, which is Nelson tool is in this package, Photoshop, and then we just draw here like that. You can fill the gaps here, and as you see, it works pretty well. We can perhaps make this brush a little bit larger. Nope, not so large. Yeah, like that. And same here. Nope. Even though I choose this as a source, you can see it works pretty well. And this is probably the best way to fix your texture, and you can also use stamp or other tools, and use your imagination, and it will work fine. Let's get back to here. And sometimes you want to use the combined approach, so you can get a texture from the front view only. Just let's unpin this view and reset the camera, and let's perhaps, for example, take this texture here from this view, the frontal view, and like that. So we go to the texture, we create it, take the angle, strictness down, for example, this 15, I guess, will work nice. Let's create it. We have the texture now. Yeah, we have only the frontal view, as you can see here, and then we can export this image as a file from here, and then perhaps it should press it here and save it as an image. Then you can open it in Photoshop. Then you can create some other textures from other views, for example side views, and save them as a different file, and then you can merge them all in Photoshop the way you like. So sometimes that works better, because manual work usually is being more precise than automatic things yet. Now let's talk about new things. Let's perhaps open the file that was already created. Let's see, it was perhaps Maybe it was here. Yeah, I'll use. So here's another person. As you can see, there are like many pins. For example, I could fix this ear here, but we have like many pins here. Let's create a texture. Yeah, default settings and all the views. It will take some time to calculate. Did I press the button? I pressed the button. Yeah, let's wait. And the thing I want to tell you about is that we added some things that perhaps animators or game developers will appreciate, because at this point before we had just one topology, just one model resolution with if I'm not mistaken, it was about 17,000 of vertices, and yeah, it was quite a lot for some people because it's usually being considered as a high poly model. I hope the texture generation will be ready now. Yeah, it's ready now. And so we added a couple of more, like a resolution with mid poly and low poly. So if we look in this view, for example, here, and turn off the X-ray mode, this is our default model that was here before. And here's what we've got: this mid poly and the low. And the nice thing about it is that you can switch this topology on the fly. Like, as you can see, it was created in high poly, but then we can switch it to mid poly and the low poly as it's now, and again, you can jump here and there. Here's one caveat that I want to tell you about. When you switch the topology, the shape of the model is being recalculated. So if I keep on switching these topologies here, at some point it might become a little bit less precise. So it's better to choose the topology that you want before you start pinning, or you can also pin using high poly mode and then switch the topology to the mode that you want when you want to export your model or work with it without FaceBuilder. But do it only once, because you can do it like many times, but all the times that you're doing, you're basically losing the preciseness. Yeah, and yeah, let's move on. Yeah, by the way, and the texture is being like transferred as well. So as you can see, we have can we see I don't know how to do that, but you can like change the topology with the texture, with the same texture. You can regenerate the texture with this topology, but it's not required. You can use the same texture for the same topology. You can again use any UV that you like, and with any of the topologies that we have here. And all the other features work here as well. You can switch off eyes, ears, and different parts in any topology. Yeah, let's move on. And here we come to our blend shapes that we've been long asked to add, and we did it. So here you can see, let's close all this stuff, we don't need it. Yeah, as you can see, we added the new pane here that's called blend shapes, and what it means is that we added 51 FACS blend shape, facial action coding system. If you don't know what it means, it's a standard for having blend shapes that control the animation on someone's face. When you press this create button here, and if you go to this tab here, and you can see let's remove them, delete blend shapes. we have no shape keys now, and as we press create button, we have 51 of them here, and we can change them manually. And for example, let's maybe open the jaw like that. Perhaps we want to switch off the mouth polygons here, and as you can see, and you can of course animate this. So like here's a useful button that you can use. It's called example keyframes, that will create example keyframes for all blend shapes, and then you can see how it works here. If we perhaps open the, let's do it in animation tab. If we open the shape key editor, you can see all of them here, and the model is being animated. Basically what it does, this example animation, is just puts this like change this value to the maximum, then it changes the minimum, and then it goes through all blend shapes. Then we can clear animation, and then what we you can animate it yourself, of course, and set up the keyframes. I mean, then what you can do, it's better to do this than create. If you want to transfer the animation from some person, it would be quite like difficult to match it using these blend shapes here. So what you can do is to, for example, film a person with, if you have an iPhone with true depth camera, by the way, that's like an important part. Where it was, yeah, it was here, and let's go, perhaps it was here, yes. So what we the application is called LiveLinkFace. I guess we can put it into our chat in there. Can you do this, Andrei? You can download it free on App Store. It works on iPhones or iPads with true depth camera. It's like iPhone X and newer models, and you can record the video. I wish it was like, can we rotate it here? I'm not sure if we can rotate it here, but okay, let's see if we can maybe open another file. Yeah, by the way, that's ridiculous. Let's maybe open it with something else. If we have anything here, yeah, maybe this. Okay. So as you can see, the person is being filmed with this iPhone here, and he looks into the frontal camera. It works only with frontal cameras of iPhones, and his like face is being recorded. And what you get as an output of this application is the video file, the vertical video file that we've been seeing here. Like, maybe we can open it here. Yeah, like that. So you get this video, and you get a CSV file that has the Fox coefficients for like the blend shapes that you can load here actually. So if we press this load button here, and we go to this folder, let's here, and any of the CSV files, perhaps this one would work. The keyframes are being loaded, and perhaps we can clear animation and go to the first frame, because the animation is being loaded from the frame that you are now like looking at now. And if we set up it here, load the CSV file again. It was here and here. It's all being loaded. yeah, let's see how it looks here. You can see there's like a lot of animation, and perhaps we can somehow see it here if we, anyway, yeah, let's say you can play them and you can see the head is being animated with all those. It's a little bit slow. I don't know, it's not too slow, it works like nice. Of course, at this point you want to perhaps replace the eyes because they look a little bit silly in this animation, but for some cases you can use this as well. And the nice thing about it, you can again change the topology here, so you will be asked if you want to do this, because everything will be recalculated and you are again like losing the quality, but it's possible. So as you can see, it works. Again, you can switch on and off some parts. It will not affect the animation because it's all being recorded in these blend shapes. And you can export this as FBX file and import it in like any software that can understand it. For example, Unreal Engine. Let's see if it works. So we press this export button. We have this button here because it's not only opening this export dialog, which you can access in File, Export, and what was it? FBX here. The same dialog, but here are like many options, and we reset up them for you, so you don't have problems when you want to import this file in Unreal Engine or Unity. So let's perhaps create folder and let's animate it. Head. Come on, head. Export. And by the way, you can record the animation with a different person. It doesn't matter what person is being recorded on the iPhone, because the expressions are kind of the same of all people. You can perhaps have some signature expressions on some people, but usually that's not a problem. So yeah, you can record this, like you can create a model of someone and then you can record yourself with your iPhone, and then you can export this CSV file and import it here, and this person will be doing exactly what you were doing. So yeah, and then as a side note, you can as well use our face tracker in Nuke. It can export the same CSV file in the same format. So you can export, like, track the face in Nuke, or even in Nuke Indie, by the way, because our plugins are working in Nuke Indie since the latest version of Nuke and the latest version of our plugins as well. That's another huge thing we will talk about later, maybe next week. Yeah, you can track the face in Nuke, and then you export the CSV file, and then you can import it here, and then you can basically transfer animation from like another person in Nuke to this model, or you can for example, create your own model, create the same blend shapes. They should be named in the same way, and then you can apply this, like load the CSV file here and transfer the animation track to your model. We will, by the way, let's look at how it works. So let's create a new scene, and here's a new scene. I've been thinking we will cover this in the latest part, but let's do it now. So what we do here is let's create. Now let's start with the model that we want to animate, And for example, we'll go, by the way, we are going to import the model that was created in Blender, so it's better to use the append, this command, to add something from another Blender script into this scene. And by the way, we can just open that file, maybe that would be easier. I think I hope you don't mind me jumping here and there, because this stream is a little bit improvisational, as I said before many times. Maybe I'll say that again. I hope you don't mind. Let's see. We have it here. Yeah, it's perhaps somewhere here. The head that you, oh no, this is let's open another script where the head is not animated yet, because here it's animated already. Here the head, here's our head, and oh no, we don't have blend shapes. Okay, let's work with that file, and we can perhaps move this and this, and if we go to animation, let's have a look at these folks here, and it has blend shapes. As you can see, they were manually created by an artist, especially for these folks, and this folks was created by an artist, so you can see how they work, those shape keys, and they are like named in the same way. It's like there is not the same number of them. We asked just the essential ones, like the mouth and anything. So you can, for some reason I think here's a, yeah, okay, there's no FaceBuilder. Let's create a FaceBuilder, and nope, not this. Let's put it here, and yeah, let's switch on everything. So we have these folks here, and we have the FaceBuilder head here. Let's go to animation tab and see what we have here, and not action editor, the shape key editor, and let's remove all the keys. As you can see, the face isn't moving, neither one, and what we can do here is to go to FaceBuilder. It's a default head, by the way. We haven't changed anything in it. We just created it. We didn't even load any images in it. But anyway, we can create blend shapes that we can then animate if we want, like here. Let's find the jaw, which is a little bit more obvious. As you can see, we open it and we close it, and yeah, we can load the CSV file here. So let's go to the CSV file and load it here from the first frame, by the way. And we can see the faces being animated. I hope you can see this. Let's do it like that. The face is being animated, and what is being created is this action track. So as you can see, it was created here. We had like another track here that wasn't already in this project, but we just created this one, and it's been named as the file name was, like the CSV file name. So what we can do is select this head, the fox head, and go to this, like where we in an animation, or you can also open it anywhere, but it's better to go to animation and open the shape key editor, and then in this select box, perhaps you can choose the action track that you want to apply to this head. So let's select the action track that was just created for this head, and as you can see, now they are animated like both of them. And then you can like delete this FaceBuilder head, and you have your folks being animated here with, let's see, with some like good rendering here. Yeah, that's it. So you can animate any model with your custom blend shapes and using the same CSV files and our add-on. Okay, now we perhaps need to talk about exporting OBJ files, because that's sometimes raise some questions. Like when you want to export the file, like you created this head here, and you perhaps made some changes, and you pinned it in some views, and then you want to export it. And the obvious choice for exporting is OBJ, because it's the most common format for exporting files. I mean the wavefront format. And when you want to export it, you want to make sure that you in this geometry settings, you keep this vertex order checkbox. You need to turn it on, because if you want to import it back again, and perhaps you want to transfer animation or made any changes to this head using our add-on, you need to make sure this is on, because our add-on like it depends on the vertex order, so you need to like keep it. And let's export it. And it's not just exporting, by the way, like example OBJ, let's call it like that, and let's export it. Now it was exported. Now remove everything, and then we want to import it, for example. Let's import the same OBJ file, and what we see, if we go here, where is it? Oh, it doesn't work for some reason. Why it doesn't work? Yeah, by the way, yeah, that doesn't work because I forgot to check this, check the essential thing. Again, here in geometry we need to keep vertex order. And when we import this file, as you can see, you can create blend shapes, even though it's not a FaceBuilder head. You cannot modify it with FaceBuilder. We recognize this model because it's the same vertex order, and you can again create blend shapes. You can load CSV file, even if you don't have the photographs or anything. Like for example, the head was created by another artist on another computer, and he or she sent you just an OBJ file. But if they exported with the same vertex order and you imported it with the same vertex order, then you can still animate it with our blend shapes here. Okay, another thing that you need to look for when importing is the rotation of the model and the scale, but we'll look at this in a little bit later. So let's often people ask us, okay, I have a head, now what? What should I do if I want human? So we are working on human bodies at the moment, but if you want them now, you can attach this head to another body. And let's, for example, go to MakeHuman. It's a free software. For example, we can for example, focus is being lost on my monitors. Can we create a new? Let's open this application again. Yes, I wanted to exit. So let's open MakeHuman. It's free. I don't know if it's open source, but perhaps it is. It's not like the prettiest software, but it works. At least it works. So, for example, let's first decide that we want to create a body for that person we've seen before. It was here. Yeah. And by the way, the link for this MakeHuman application is in comments to the stream. You can go there and download. Okay, it's free, by the way. Yeah, as I said before. So we have this person, and like the young person with this kind of skin and hair. Okay, he's not a like. I mean, that's we need to be like to have some to understand how person's body would look like. So let's say we need a body of him, and obviously it should be a male body, and his age perhaps it's just mid-age, and he perhaps don't have like many muscles, so or maybe I don't know why this is called muscle if it's okay. He's a little bit fit, so we can say he should look like that. Let's say he's mid-high and made some like those proportions, and I don't think any nationality matters here, at least with him. And yeah, now we perhaps want to add some clothes. So let's no, I don't like this, and I don't like this. And by the way, you click if you want to add some clothes, you click them. If you want to remove them, you click again. Because if you click both, you will have like all the possible clothes here. And let's say I like this. And the last, the important thing here is that I hope you see where my mouse is. Here is the like very important checkbox. You want to make sure you have body under clothes, because we will need this body and to animate the person. If you don't need to animate him, then maybe if you want to just to attach the head, perhaps you can work without the body. And perhaps we want to add some skin texture. I guess this was something like that. Okay, and his eyes and everything is fine now. So we want to export this, and let's say we want to export it in here. Let's call the folder MakeHuman, and his name is Nikita, so let's call him Nikita 1 for the sake of having many files. So it was exported in Collada format, which is default format here. And so let's create let's create another scene and remove everything and import him here. And it was here and MakeHuman and here. I think we need to change anything. And yeah, now we can talk about importing things a little bit more. So if we go to this panel here, you can, by the way, you can press this this triangle here to open this panel, or you can press N on keyboard. So as you can see, his scale is 0.1, and that's not a good thing actually. So I think we need his scale to be just 1. So let's fix it, and we need to fix it for his clothes too. Oops. And we need to fix his eyes too. Come on, I need his eyes. Why? What's wrong with eyes? Yeah, no. It's okay, so his eyes are into place. And another problem that we have here is that the rotation of the model is 90 degrees by x-axis, and that will cause many problems for you in like other software. So because if we when you import it somewhere later, you'll see perhaps something like this, the person being like on the ground. So we need to fix this, and to fix it we need to select it all and go to object, and here's the apply command, and we want to apply rotation. So you can see the rotation is 0 degrees now, and this applies to everything here, to his clothes, to his body, and to his eyes. And then we have the texture. It's all here, nice. But I think we want to fix the materials a little bit, so let's go to UV editing. No, that's nice. And select the clothes. For some reason it's not being selected. Yeah, no, we'll go to not UV editing, but to shading. Sorry. Yeah, let's select his clothes, and it's not clearly seen now, but his clothes are a little bit how to say, shiny, because if you can see, if we remove all roughness and alt specular, you can see it's a little bit like metallic or plastic. So what we want to do for clothes is to add roughness, perhaps to just to 1, to the maximum, and remove the specular to 0, because it doesn't need to be here for clothes. It's it shouldn't reflect anything. At least if you are not wearing some shiny things. Okay, so I think, oh yeah, we also need to fix his eyes, because if you look here, his eyes are black for some reason, and the reason is there's broken material as well. So what we do is let's switch off anything else, and as we can see, the eyes here, they are actually, they have come here. I'm not really familiar. I mean familiar, but not really used to navigation and Blender viewport. Sorry, as you can see, there are pupils and there's a white body, but here it's black. So what we can do to fix this is to create a new material. So we select this, go to materials, and create a new material. Let's call it somehow. Come on. How to rename you? Come on. Oh yeah, we need to create new material. Sorry. Yeah, Blender is not really obvious sometimes. So we create a new material. Let's call a transparent. Oops, why caps lock here? Transparent. Oops, transparent. Okay. And we need to assign it somewhere. And to assign it, we need to go to edit mode, select a vertex here, one vertex here, then select all linked vertices. Basically we need like this all these ones here, and then we press assign button here, so we assign the material to these faces, and we can go into the object mode again, and then we can tune this transparent material. So what we need to do is we need to make it first, what we need to do is we need to change the blend mode, because if we don't change it, the material will not be transparent. Let's see how it looks when it's not. So first let's add specular, so it's because it's glossy, it's not raw at all, because it's kind of a glass. And we add this transmission here, and starts reflecting things. And perhaps we need to remove alpha, but as you can see, it's not becoming transparent. And that's because the blend mode is a pack here for performance. And what we need is to switch this blend mode to alpha blend. And as you can see, it appears here. So you can tweak some alpha here, for example, like that. So it reflects something, but not too much. And then we turn it all back again, and let's say we save it as a scene. So we press Ctrl S, we go here, we go to export and MakeHuman, and let's call him Nikita with fixed materials. We saved the file here, and now let's go to, now we want to attach, replace this head here. The obvious way would be to import the head from that scene with the head here and attach it here, but usually it doesn't work really well. So it's better to actually, because it doesn't work really well, because I need to show you probably. So let's use this append command, and then we go to this Nikita head model, and then all views, then we go to object, not the mesh, by the way, not the mesh, we go to object folder, and then we choose this FaceBuilder head, we don't need the cameras, and then we press append, and here's our head. But as you can see, it doesn't really work. It will perhaps work if you press this reconstruct button, and you can do some things with it, but I wouldn't recommend working like that. So let's remove this head, and instead let's open that scene with his head. Okay, and let's import this body here. So we go to MakeHuman and Nikita with fixed materials, and again to object, and we need his base, which is body. I don't know why it's not called body. He high poly eyes and casual suit, and we press append button, and as you can see, the body is here, and everything is here. And if we turn on the texture, by the way, we don't have the texture here. Let's create a texture. Nope, the texture. And we use all views. Yeah. Sometimes usually texture is being saved in the scene file, but for some reason it wasn't saved here. So let's wait a little and see if we have any questions, but I don't see if we don't have any. Okay, we have the texture, and we have the head, and we have the body, and we want to attach this body to this, this body to this head, or vice versa, this head to this body. And here's how we do this. Okay, First we need to place this head where it should be in this 3D space. So let's take this head here, not the camera, the head. It's better to use this like flat view, this orthographic camera, because it gives you better understanding of, like, at least you move the head in like 2D space. You're not moving it here and there, and you can see clearly where you move it. So we press the G button, which is grab, and we grab it here, drop it here, and perhaps we can, we can zoom in a little. And what we want to do here is to perhaps switch on this mode and perhaps switch off eyes. Yes, we need only this body, and we want to align the eye hole so the eyeballs will be in the right position when we replace the head. Let's see if it works. Let's switch the body off, and maybe it should be somewhere here. And let's see what we have. And yeah, the neck is a little bit off, and the head is a little bit smaller, but it shouldn't be a big problem for us. So let's move on. What we do here is we need to like cut this head off its body, and to do this we go into edit mode, and we perhaps switch over this X-ray mode because it's a little distracting. And let's say we again, maybe we can, we can perhaps cut it by this line. And to select this edge loop, we need to go like into edit mode and then to edge select, which is shift click. It's, I don't know. You can do this continuously. That it will take a lot of time, so it's better to press Alt key and click this edge here, and it will be selected. And perhaps it's not what we wanted, because we wanted to select faces, not the edge. So let's select these edges. The same way, you press Alt key and then you press the face, the polygon, and then all of them are being selected. And maybe we can select this one. It would be better, maybe. Not really. I think this would be better, because we can then fix it like that. Yeah. So what we do now is simply pressing X key and delete, X for deleting, and delete faces. So what we have here is two parts of this body, and we select, for example, this polygon, and then we go to select and select linked, and again X faces. And what we have now is, if we go out of the edit mode, we have this body only. We don't have this head anymore. And let's go to shading mode, and here we'll see one interesting thing happening when we select. Let's get rid of his clothes for a moment, and we select this first. Before joining this head, here's a like really important thing, that all these steps should be made in the exact order. So first, let's again see the wireframes, and as you can see, the body is kind of the number of polygons is like smaller here than we have here. So we can perhaps change the topology to mid poly, and it like fits quite fine. I think it should work here. I mean, I know it will work. I did it before, but it looks like it should work. And we perhaps want to remove the eyes from this model. So let's see what we are getting if we remove eyes. We want the holes here being present, because we need to insert eyeballs somewhere. So we remove eyes, and we remove the mouth. By remove the mouth, we remove the polygons between the lips. So his mouth will be open when he opens his mouth, of course, when it's animated. And then we need to create blend shapes. We don't need to do anything with them at this point. We just create them. We can check if you want that they work, but they usually work. There's no reason for them to not work at this point. And then we go into the edit mode of this head, and as you can see, there are some vertices here. It's like a hidden feature for some of our next releases. We will have like longer neck that will be slowly transformed into the shoulders. That will probably help people attaching heads to different bodies. But we were not satisfied with the with how it looks and works now, so we decided to hide it and maybe refine it and release it later. So yeah, here's a little sneak peek into some of our future releases. So when it's been selected in edit mode, we want to get rid of those vertices, so they are not here to mess anything up. So we go into the into edit mode, and we go into the mesh and clean up, and we delete those. So yeah, there are no more of them, like they are gone. And why we needed to create to set up the head before we removed the vertices is because, again, FaceBuilder relies on vertices. So FaceBuilder is not connected to this head now. Actually, I mean, it's connected, but it will break everything if you try to change something here. So we can close FaceBuilder, forget about it at this point. We have blend shapes in this head. Still, we can manipulate them, as you can see. But what we do now is we are going to join these two models. And when we join them, we select the head first, and then the body, and go into object and, not the object, but actually object, yeah. And press this join button, and you can see the texture is being broken a little bit. And the reason for that is that we use the name for the texture. Where is it? If we go to materials, perhaps. Where is it? Preview. Just a moment, I will find it. Okay, let's go to the shading, or maybe UV editing mode, and UV maps. Yeah, UV maps. Okay, we can return here. We go to the UV maps, and you can see that our UV map is called UV map, and this is a standard name for UV maps in Blender. And this model doesn't have it. It has like Nikita 1 base UV, so we just rename it to UV map. And then again, we choose his head and his body, which is not his yet, but it will become his in a moment, and join them, and voila, we have them with proper textures. And if we go to we don't want to go there. Now we want to properly attach this head to this body, and we need to remove this gap here. And let's go again to the wireframe mode and select it and go into the edit mode. And what we want here is to select the edge loops. Again, you can select them one by one, but it's a silly way, so we select them with Alt key being pressed, and then again we press Shift key and press Alt key, and then we select this loop again. Shift for selecting two loops, because if you press Alt key without Shift key, you will select another edge loop. So we select two edge loops, and we go to vertex. Not vertex, perhaps we want to. No, we want just make this right click, yeah, we choose this bridge edge loops command here. Oops, not bridge edge loops. Yeah, yeah. Let's see what we've got. Again, we press bridge edge loops, and as you see, we've got something strange. Perhaps we don't want this. We want just straight lines, right? And the reason for that is if we select this edge loop and look here at the bottom, we see that 48 edges are being selected. So the loop consists of 48 edges. And if we choose this loop here, we see we have only 42 here. A problem. But here's quite a simple fix for that. So what we need to do is we need to add some edges here, and to add them we need to select the instrument that's called knife. I don't see it here, but it's just a K button, just knife, quite obvious. And you can do it like that here and press enter, but the smart way is to do something like that actually. Enter. And because you don't want like this is a little bit future proof, and perhaps that was not the best position. We perhaps need to do this like this and this here. Enter. Oops. Something won't happen. Fine. So we do this like that and like that. Enter. And we still have it here, right? Yeah, we still have it here. Okay, let's do it this way. Maybe that was the right way to do this. Okay. And we have it here. That's an interesting thing to talk about later, because maybe someone, some expert in the chat, some Blender expert in the chat could explain why it works like that. And here we again, I guess, having some problems. No. Okay. Because enter. And yeah, we are having good splits, and let's have it here and here and here. Let's remove triangle from the next face. Oh, that's a useful trick. Thank you. I will try to if we get into problem again. Okay. Now we have 48 edges here. Fine. Beautiful. Now we select this one and we bridge the edge loops, and we have them a little bit funky somewhere. Probably the positions weren't like really good. Perhaps we had to choose it here on there, but I don't mind. this at this point. So let's move on, and we can select this edge loop here and this edge loop here, because you can see this, like, it's not what will like next work like, right? So we select these edge loops here, and we go to vertex, and we want to smooth vertices, and we want to do this like many times until we can set up it a little bit, like there's like some settings, and we can play with it, and we can do some repeats perhaps. And yeah, maybe we can relax a little bit this edge loop as well. Yeah, and the last one here. Nice. It's not the best neck in the world, but I think it works. Maybe this one a little bit. Fine. I think it could work. Yeah, I think. Again, not the best neck in the world, but just to give you an idea how it works. So what we have here is we have like one model, one mesh with connected head, and we learned something. So you don't need to split the edges in that direction, you need to split them in another direction. Oh yeah, and we actually have a Blender Pro in our chat, and that's really good to have you. Thank you very much. So you can use Shift R to repeat, as far as I understand, the latest action that you've done. And that's quite useful trick, I guess, for such cases and many other cases. So thank you very much again. I'm saying that to my chat when I turn my head there, because there's my chat where I get your comments. Okay, let's move on to fixing the texture, because that's a little bit weird here. So if we go to UV editing and we select, what do we select here? We want to go into edit mode somehow, perhaps, and yeah, object mode. We want to see them here. That was better when I was trying it before. Anyway, what we want to do here perhaps is to place different parts of them, actually there are like many ways how you can fix this texture, but like you can merge this texture here, and you can merge it into this file. You can basically like replace the texture from FaceBuilder, place it on this image here, and that's what's the best way to do this. I think we will have a tutorial on this, so right now I will skip this step and we'll just perhaps replace this. I will just open another scene, I think, just not because we are like having a little, yeah, we are here for 2 hours already, and that's quite some time, and we are a little bit lost. So let's save it here. So we'll say that this as a body with a head. Save. And now I will open the scene that was already it was created by my fellow in our team, and it was perhaps somewhere here. Get the full body and connected heavy load. Yeah, we can open this file. It has different clothes, and it has boots, as far as you can see, and we can get rid of them because we don't need them. And let's go to UV editing, and as you can see, the texture is a little bit weird here. It's the same head being attached, and what you basically do is you move this texture here, and that's the silly stream. If we can see the head being placed here, and again on the UV top, as you can see, here's the body mesh, here's the mesh of the head being placed here, and it's like being placed in one UV space. And then we can go further and open file. As you can see, we are jumping too fast, because actually what you can do is to like open that texture and blend this seam here in Photoshop. So you like, it's pretty easy. Or maybe you can do this in Substance Painter, or you can do this in this mode here. Basically you'd get the texture from FaceBuilder and place it in this UV, and then you can blend this like edge here. And yeah, let's open that latest file, and let's get to animation. Okay, this was the animation part. So we select this body, and we want to export it to the OBJ-file, because the way we are going to animate it is we are going to use MIXAMO. It's again a free web tool. Andrew can probably send you the link to their site in our comments. So we say this is called full body, and then we go to MIXAMO. This is web tool. It has like many animations. You can upload your own body here. Like select character file, go to the export folder, and full body OBJ is being uploaded. Then you see it being processed, and then you will see the person here in MIXAMO, where you need to here's our person here, but we exported the whole body, and we don't need to export the whole body. That's a mistake. Let's go back, select the body again, because we skipped one important thing here. We need to export selection only, this checkbox here, and in geometry we probably want to keep vertex order, and we don't need anything else. So export again, and let's go to MIXAMO again, and let's upload the character, full body OBJ. Should be a little bit faster this time, I guess. And yeah, now we see him a little kind of naked, and then we take his chin and place it here, wrists, and we place them here. Then we take elbows and place them perhaps somewhere here, knees somewhere here, groin we place somewhere perhaps here, and and next we are waiting when this MIXAMO tool will create a rig. This is quite a smart tool, actually. And do we have any more questions? Not yet. And okay, then we wait a little bit until the head is being animated, and I will take some water. Yeah, and as we can see here, our body is being animated. Okay, it's uploaded, and then we can apply any kind of animation to, let's say we choose walking, because it's what usually people need. We can tune it a little bit, and then we can download this model, and perhaps we can choose FBX with skin and yeah, 30 frames per second download. And we have it here, full body walking, full body, not a full body. Okay, and what we do next? We import this body into a clear scene. So we create a new scene, a general one. We don't need any changes being saved, and import the FBX-file and full body. So do we need to check anything here in the animation, emerger, in the lift bones? And okay, I think we are fine here. Again, we if we, as we can see, he's walking, and let's again, as you can see, again we see the model is being rotated, and actually the skeleton is being rotated, and we don't need that, so we want to fix that. And again we go to object, we select everything, we apply rotation, so it's 0 degrees, and then we can change the scale, and when we change in scale, we can change the scale of bones only, because the body will follow the bones. And as you can see, it's now fine. And then we save it as a Blender scene, and let's say we save it full body walking, no, proper full body, save Blender file. Okay, now we go to the model with textures that we had recently. It's here, and what we do here is we go into the first frame, and we need to import the armature here. So we go, this is append, we go to file, walking blend, we go to object, and not the armature, but to the object, and we append this here, and then we don't need to change anything here. Okay, and the problem is it's a little bit, yeah, we need to go to this armature and select the rest poles. And you see it matches the our rest poles of our model here. So yeah, when we set up the rest poles and you see it fits the model, we then select body, and then with shift key we select the armature, and then we go to object, we say parent, and with automatic weights. So the object is being linked with this armature, and then we select his clothes. Then we again we select these bones again and press Ctrl P. It's the same command, and again automatic weights. And what we can see now is we have to switch off the rest poles. We selected what we have. I didn't select his body. I selected. So again, Ctrl P, then Ctrl P, object, parent, automatic weights. Okay, and we see it now. Yeah, and he's walking, but his eyes are left behind. And what we can do now is again go to rest poles, and we perhaps don't want to see the body, so we can perhaps switch it off, and we select eyes. And then we select the bone, but to select bone we need to go into the, no, not here. We need to go to the, which was this mode? No, the edit mode, no. Object mode. Select, we need to somehow select a bone. And edit pose mode. We can select bone. Now we select bone. How do we select the bone? In pose mode. Now we selected the bone, and we make the same again. Let's try object parent now and select eyes. Let's try again, so we see actually what we are selecting. So eyes are selected, and pose mode we select the bone, and then we make Ctrl P again, and we say it's a bone. And let's go to the object mode again and switch on his body again, and expose position, and now we can see him moving with his eyes. And we selected bone here because not the automatic weight, is that because eyes are kind of static inside the head. They can rotate, of course, but they cannot move. So they are just attached to the head bone. And so let's move on. And how about some facial animation now? By the way, we see his body being like going through his clothes. At this point, we can remove the parts of his body because we needed them to animate the model. But now we don't need them, so we can go into the edit mode, and let's go to the rest pose, and let's go to select the body, go into the edit mode, Let's turn off his clothes, and then we can basically remove, like select this loop here, maybe this loop here, and then we can select maybe no, not this, maybe this loop here, and maybe this, not this, come on, okay, again this loop and this loop, and then we need his legs, and I think we don't need his shoes, so we select this and this, and we want to go to select mode, and we want to select inner region. So where it is, yeah, so we go to select loops and select inner region, and that's the part we want to remove, and we can remove it just like totally breaking everything, I guess, but there's a smart way to create a vertex group and create a mask in here. So if we go to let's say where it was, yeah, vertex group here, and we create another group that we say the oh no, we want to invert first. Yeah, let's invert, select invert, so we need these ones, and we call the group the like visible. Oops, let's again use the option visible, and we press the assign button, so these parts will be then visible, and then we go to the object mode, and we go to modifiers, and we add a modifier which is called mask, and in this modifier we select a vertex group that's called where is it? It's called visible hope, and then you have only the visible parts. So we're in object mode, and we can turn on his clothes again, and then as you can see, where is it? His like body is being hidden in all the right places. Okay, now we want to export this model, perhaps. So we already covered how to attach the head, how to animate it all. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about how to animate the face and why we actually created blend shapes before attaching the head to this body, because as you can see we have the blend shapes here. They are all still here, and we can still animate his eyes. I close and open them, and we can even load the CSV-file, and we will load some. Let's say we will load this one, and it's being imported from the 4th frame, and it's not what we want. We want to import it from the 1st frame. So again, yeah, be careful with importing, because you can import one part here, and then you can go to this frame and import another part here, and it will be like sequenced one after another. So as you can see now, he's not just walking. He should be also talking, but I don't see it now here for some reason. some interesting reason it's not being animated. So let's see what's happening in the animation tab, shift key editor, and yeah, we have this. It's for some reason wasn't selected, but as you can see, he is now talking and walking. That's cool. He's also standing here and walking. So now you can just take it all and export. You can export it all using our export button, because it works only with the head, and you want to export the rig and the whole like clothes and the whole animation. So you go to export menu, and perhaps you want to export the FBX as well, and so let's call it walking and talking. And here you want to make sure that you go to the transform, and here you apply transform, because it will make the animation to this model. In the geometry, you want to make smoothing faces. It especially helps for Unity, as far as I know. And in armature, you want to remove the leaf bones. They don't work well. And bake animation, you want to switch all these parts, like NLS strips and all actions, because they don't work well with game engines as well. And as we don't have actually we have many things here left, so let's clean up the scene. We want to remove all cameras, and now I'm pressing just the delete button, and we want to remove this collection as well, because it has nothing for us, and we want to remove his shows. Let's then turn them on first, and then we can remove them. We are again went into edit mode and we want to remove the shoes. So the scene is clean now. So we go again to export, to FBX, and we can skip this selected objects checkbox, because we don't have anything that we don't need in our exported file in the scene. And we smooth faces, and this switch off leaf bones, and switch off these checkboxes, and then we call it for walking and talking. It would be a good idea to also remove the frames that we don't need, but let's say we can skip this now, because as you can see the sequence is 718 frames, and we perhaps need just 100 of them. But just not to repeat this process again, let's skip that now. Do we have any questions? Okay, while we are waiting, let's summarize what we went through today. And first, we've created like the head in FaceBuilder. Then we created textures, created blend shapes. Had a look at how import blend shapes. I mean the animation using Fox blend shapes. The ARKit, by the way, compatible Fox blend shapes. In our add-on, how to import this animation and how to export it in different things, so it not every thing worked, but then we've seen how to attach the heads and how to fix the texture, how to animate the whole body, and that's it. There are no questions, so I guess we can. No, I'm being told there is a question. In the future, would it be possible to provide sample reference photos to practice using FaceBuilder? If you mean that you want to some example photographs of some undefined persons, you can actually go to our website into the examples section. It's like let's see, we have browser here, and yeah. Let's go to KeenTools.io. Go to this help thing, and there are like examples. And then you have many examples here. And by the way, this link is in our chat, but it's also easy to find it here. Just help examples, and you can download every of this example. For example, this one and this one have photographs of the persons. This one also have, and this one, and perhaps that's all for now, but we will have more. Yeah, they are at this point they are nuke scripts, but you can just keep the nuke file and take only the photographs, and it will work. Here also, well, you have a video file with person talking, so you can just use these photographs and play with them if you don't have your own photographs. Is that all? I guess it is. 5-minute break. Okay. So yeah, I think we can finish this stream now. And if you have like more questions, you can always drop us a message to our email. You can just go to this page, contact, find our email here, or you can just use this form here to drop us a message. And you can, if you feel yourself an experienced user, you can use this link. It's our issue tracker where you can submit some bugs or future requests, and our developers will have a look at it, and we will we will be able to track the progress. Yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for joining us today, and have a good evening, day, morning, whatever it is in your place of the world. Bye.